Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. Welcome back to another episode of Sparkstember, day 30. No, I done all the albums. Now we're going to take a look at that chart. Now, I gave you a hint of the chart in my thumbnail. Well, like you're probably asking yourself, what's that long orange line? What does that represent? Well, it should be obvious to the real Sparks fan. You should know what that represents, and so that you should know that particular album, would be at number three, of course, because yeah, should I just get to the? Like I said, this is not going to be as long as my my video yesterday. I'll keep this very short. Okay, I only made the one graph. I will be adding Mad to this graph at the end here. I have just enough room to put Mad right up here, and then put the dot where it's supposed to be, and then and finish that off. I'm going to do that very soon, just for my own, my own personal. Cause I keep these, and just a reminder of what I did last year. That was last Sparkstember. Now, just to say that for this Sparkstember, I decided, you know, I'm going to let the numbers, and it's all written down here. I still got a little bit of filling in to do. That won't take long. I still got to fill in the rest of the things here, but that won't take long. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to make sure that this time around, I I put it all in the order of the most points to the least points. So what has the most points got to number one. What has the least points got to as opposed to last year, as you can see. Okay, there were some that had more points, like the Kimono My House and the FFS, right? But I didn't end up putting them in you know, no, sorry, number one in heaven, and the FFS. And I didn't end up putting them in top place because, I really, really want propaganda and angst in my pants to be at the two top spots because I feel that they're more my style of music in some sense. But, I want to let the numbers speak for themselves. All right, so all right, so let's look at that. You see on the blue side, okay, the orange, that represents the shift from last time to this time. Mad, of course, didn't exist last year. That's why it gets that big orange line. So it only has that one score of the 9.741, which you see up here. The 9.7 41, right? Boom, boom, the third row, and which you see the number one in heaven and the Franz Ferdinand, they shot up, and they went to first place. And propaganda right under Mad. That I actually like Mad a little bit more in propaganda, and then angst in my pants, and so that's what the numbers are. And then of course the numbers from last year ends at the green, at the end of the green. So yeah, that orange is that gap basically of the improvements. It went up from there to there, like here, this is the longest gap. And that was for terminal. Look at that, terminal drive. Terminal drive went from down here all the way up here. That's something. I think that's amazing. That's the biggest jump. Mad doesn't count because that I didn't do it last year. The ones I did last year to the ones I did this year, yeah, the biggest jump was that one there, Terminal Drive. So goes to show, the certain albums can grow on you either a small bit or a large bit. But look at what's at the bottom. Look at the bottom. You got interior design and Igmar Bergman. That pretty much stayed the same as last year. But I know Wolfer and Tweeter's closing and Sparks got a lower score. I mean, they went up a little bit. Exotic creatures, really, that kind of went down, right? And then there's music that you can dance to, big beat. I find it shows an interesting progression of my of how much I love Sparks. And so next year we'll change that again, and we'll see how it goes next year and how much more of an improvement, if they improve or don't improve, or do I get tired of them? I don't know. I'm still hoping to get every single album in the repertoire by then, by next year. Next year being the last year I do Sparkstember, but I will do it again next year. It's a lot of work. I tell you, it's a lot of work. Doing it slowly this afternoon because of my injury and that. So it took me all afternoon to slowly put this together, because I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait. It's right now it's 10:30 p.m. my time here, Atlantic Daylight Time or Standard Time. Well, you know what I mean. But it's 10:30 p.m. my time here, and yeah, I want to get this done because in an hour and a half from now, and I should have it posted before then. An hour and a half from now is going to be October. It's going to be October 1st. It'll be like once it passes midnight. So I'm going to get into October mode. I'm going to have to change my background. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it and put this background. Is that too? Let's let's do I if I darken that, if I brighten that up, might be a little bit too bright, or then let's dull that down. Yeah, let's keep it dull for now, because you can kind of see it's kind of a purple and an orange. It's supposed to represent. You'll see if once I do like something like that. You see the difference there. You can see the difference in the color orange and the kind of a purple. But that's what I want to show you today. My chart for Sparks Timber. These are the numbers, and that's in perfect order. You can look at all the numbers on the black numbers on there's the blue numbers from last year and the black numbers from this year, and that line right here basically just shows you what album it is. You see that that Sparks is album number one. Wolfer and Creator is closing is album number two, and so on and so forth. Then you get to album number three, and it goes up higher. And then you get to album number four, and it goes up higher. But you get the picture. Yeah, I think that's a very telling. I'll be talking about this in future videos for sure. I'll be going through all this again, and I also want to do a Sparks Timber. Well, in November, I want to get a few of my Sparks fans online together and talk about Sparks and talk about my ratings and talk about the new album for sure. We really got to discuss that new album and what everybody thinks of it. Look, I'm not arguing with this anymore. It's number one in heaven is first place. The Franz Ferdinand Sparks is in second place. Mad is in third place, then propaganda, then eggs, and then so on and so forth. See it right there, folks. I can't deny that that's what I have to put it. And it's fitting too, because out of all the albums that I play the most, I play number one in heaven. I play number one in heaven. It gets such a high score in the first place. Uh, like yeah, okay. I'm gonna be done with this. 10 minutes. This is all that you need. I love you guys, everybody out there. If you are new to the channel and you're thinking of subscribing, go watch other videos first. Please make sure that you enjoy my channel and that you are happy here. I, you know, this is basically me wanting to hang out with friends. And if you're my friend and you want to hang out and share my cool music and my interests, I still want to talk about movies. And like in October 15th, I'm talking about Fight Club. It'd be the 26th anniversary of Fight Club. So that's crazy for me. but I want to talk about it. And my since my it's my brother's birthday month, I want him to be involved with that too, and other stuff. All right, I'm gonna end it right here, and but don't be afraid to hit the like button because that is free. Leave comments. I love hearing from you and and just want to like converse in that. And I do my best to reply. I'll do my best to at least give you a channel heart. If you see a channel heart, you're probably going to see a little bit later a comment, unless I get sidetracked or whatnot. And but I don't mean to because I really love to comment on everybody's comments. Okay. I love you guys. Just be safe. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side. And I'll see you, Sparks fans, next year when I do this again. And just have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.